Welcome everyone to monthly motivation for April 1st. I really don't know how motivating this video is going to be as we are in such uncertain times, every one of us. Every single one of you watching has been greatly impacted by the coronavirus pandemic. We're all in this. We're all facing it everywhere. It's hard to even know what to say in words like this to encourage people, to motivate people, to lift people, because we're all in a different place. It's just uncertainty. We've all been affected. Our family has been affected, not necessarily by the virus itself, but the virus has caused our family discomfort. I often say that pain is inevitable, suffering is optional. And that has been something in our family that we have had to remind ourselves on a daily basis. If you follow me close, then you know that recently we had to cancel and reschedule my daughter's bridal shower. But with the uncertainty of even her wedding coming up the end of May, we don't even know when the bridal shower will be rescheduled for. We also don't know what is going on with her wedding. At this point, we are holding strong, but it's a day-to-day process and many ins and outs have taken place, and it's been difficult. It's been very difficult. Yes, it can always be worse, but we are all affected in some way by this pandemic. Many people think that they're suffering more than other people. Just remember, all of our situations are going to be unique to us. And that's really what I want to talk about today, is understanding that everyone is going to be in a different place. We are all suffering to some capacity with the uncertainty. Plans have been affected. There's people expecting babies. That's changed things. And babies come whenever they darn well please. Weddings, showers, graduations. No one has gotten a free ticket saying you're off the hook. We're all in this. But what happens in times like this, when there is this element of crisis, perhaps because we all would classify or identify crisis differently, you also see a lot of people shame one another, one-up one another. I'm doing this, you're not doing that. And folks, that is not going to make us get through this. We have to give one another grace. We have to understand that we all have a different lens, and I've talked recently about the different levels of energy that we experience and how we hang out at a certain level of energy, but under stress, that energy level will change. It will shift, usually downward, more catabolic, which is more breaking down. If we move up to anabolic, that's a building up. And sometimes when something really great happens, we will even shift higher than where we normally stay. People see things through a different lens. Some people are really, really suffering. Their mental health is at stake right now because of what's going on. For other people, they feel their life's been a little compromised. It's been compromised for sure, but they may be handling it different than someone who is struggling more. Understand that we are all going to see things different. This isn't the only thing in our life that we see through a different lens. You could live with someone, your significant other, your spouse, may see many things through a different lens than you do, and this may be no different. It's understanding that. It doesn't make your pain any worse and their pain any less. It's just different. It's all what we see. Some of the things that you can do if you are really, really suffering right now is be very aware of where you are choosing to put your time. I talked recently about our priorities and how you really can't lie about what your priorities are because they're always going to show up because it's where you put your time. Well, life's been disrupted, and a lot of us are putting our time in places we didn't used to put our time. So our priorities have shifted since just a couple weeks ago when I posted that video. It's amazing how much has changed. I'm going to add this in real quick because a lot of people don't understand this, and it would make sense they wouldn't because they don't do YouTube videos, but often YouTubers will film a video days, weeks, sometimes 2-3 weeks out before it actually publishes. Well, it's been amazing because I've had a few videos that I filmed way before the pandemic started, and they just recently uploaded or went live for YouTube. And it's like, wow, it just shows you how fast this world is changing. Today is Wednesday, April 1st, but I actually filmed this on Saturday. I'll be curious what's changed just in those few days. There's so much uncertainty. And that's why it's so difficult for me to even jump on here and talk, because who knows what's going to come up in the next couple days. I have no idea, and neither do you. And it's scary. It leaves us in just such a fog. I guess that would be a good word for me, is I feel a little bit in a fog right now. And I'm struggling too. The days over the last, I want to say, week, leading up to today, Saturday, talk about a hot mess. I've been a roller coaster of emotions. And I've had to reel it in many times. Just understanding I see through a certain lens, you see through a certain lens, this person sees it this way. Taking care of myself, making the best choices, haven't been spot on either. It's uncertain times, but I'm giving myself the grace that I need, and I'm watching where I put my time. There's so much hate and negativity that gets put out right now, especially on social media. I have jumped on Facebook a few times, and I just say, wow, people, wow. It's all about, you do this, I'm better than you, shame on you. There's some good, don't get me wrong, and there's a lot of clickbait. I hope you're smarter than the clickbait. But where is it taking you? If it's taking you down the rabbit hole, is that working for me? Is that serving me? I know the few times that I've gotten on, it was like taking me down. So where I normally hang out in the level of energy that I experience when all is going well, I could feel myself shifting from anabolic to catabolic, to that breaking down. And I didn't like it. And I had to say, whoa, Trace, is this where you want to put your time? Especially when you are a little in a fog. You're not your healthiest, maybe right now, and your strongest and most confident, on top of the world feeling. And it makes sense right now that you wouldn't feel that way. So why hurt yourself even more by surrounding yourself with negative energy when you're really normally positive energy? You're uplifting, you're building, you're encouraging, you're motivating. You see beauty in many things, even when other people may not see beauty in it. You see problems and challenges as opportunities. Yeah, this is unfortunate. Pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. What's the opportunity here? That's you. Come on. Climb out of the rabbit hole. Do something positive for yourself. Give yourself grace. I took a nap this week. It felt great. I needed it. I was having a down day. It's going to happen. We are all over the place right now, and cut yourself some slack that you are, but also understand that maybe when you're feeling really down, maybe one of your loved ones is a little bit up. That's okay. Give them grace too, because they're just like you. It's a little bit of a roller coaster, and some people just hang out at a higher level of energy. They experience more anabolic energy to begin with. Often those are the people that are going to be able to handle crisis or unfortunate circumstances a little easier. If you recognize by my sharing that you do have a tendency to hang out kind of in more of a breakdown, catabolic state whenever something goes wrong, well, that's just sharing with you that that's kind of the energy you experience on a normal basis. So certainly this could magnify. It would make sense. It's okay. It's okay. That's where you're at. If it doesn't serve you and you want to shift that energy or get better about shifting it under stress, it can be done. Emotional intelligence is not fixed, folks. It's not personality and IQ. Emotional intelligence is highly plastic. We can move that. We can shift that. And what's amazing, they always say everyone's true colors will come out in times of hardship or stress. So true. And that's exactly what happens when you jump around on some of these sites and you're like, wow, people's true colors kind of start coming out. And it's not their personality, it's their emotional intelligence and how they handle themselves under stress. Also, what energy they're experiencing. Often when you see negativity, shaming, comparison, often you'll always see that coming from that person, even if you know them in person. That's just the energy they put out. And if you feel like it's a contrast of how you are, that's because you experience a different level of energy. You're experiencing more anabolic, and energy attracts like energy. So it would make sense that maybe you can't relate. Doesn't make you better. Your lens just see different. I hope that makes sense. New coaching website just launched. Fresh baby. I have other coaches that have joined the team. I will be bringing on consultants as well. This is life coaching, relationship, corporate, executive, business, health and wellness, whatever you're looking for. If you can't get in with me, or maybe my coaching rates don't align with your budget, there will be someone on the team page on my website that you can reach out to and book a session with. These are phenomenal coaches. They are certified just like I am. I know all of them on a personal level. I chose the coaches that I really knew you guys would really benefit from. So again, you can still book a session with me, and let me just share with you that with my new packages, you will be taking the ELI assessment so that you can find out what level of energy you're experiencing the most of when you tap into other levels of energy and what's happening to you when you're under stress. It's great information to know about yourself because it will make sense why you operate the way you do under stress, why you see things the way that you see them. And it will also make sense that not everyone do you feel attracted to. Not everyone do you enjoy their company. It'll all make sense once you know where you're coming from. You'll also get a good idea of where other people are coming from. So let's say you are married and you and your spouse, you love one another. You've been married a long time, but you just kind of have always butt heads. It's just, we bicker. We just bicker. There's no doubt about it. I love my husband. He's an awesome man. He loves me, but boy, we bicker. Well, a lot of it is because your lenses see differently. It's not so much about your goals in life and all of that, or different personalities. We've often heard opposites attract. Depends on what we're talking about. That's a cliche, but it always depends on what we're talking about. But often it's more just the fact that you may be highly anabolic and he comes from a more catabolic lens. So situations that arise, you're going to handle different. And you're not going to understand, why do you react to everything? Why did this upset you? You're triggered so easy. Well, that's because that's how he sees the lens. That's what he sees. You see it different. No right or wrong. It just helps you to identify why some people get under my skin and why others don't. Why I can have a great conversation with someone and it could be 3 hours of just pleasure, but I could spend 3 hours with someone else and I'm drained. I'm sure you can all think of that person. And often we'll look at that person as negative. Something's wrong with them, drama, whatever. It's not. It's just they don't see through your lens. They're not. It doesn't make them bad. It just, we see things different. It's so powerful. In the drop-down box will be a link to the website. I still have my Tracy Hensel blog that you can go to as well, where you'll get this video. So now you'll see both of those. Get on board, get your package booked with me. You'll get to take the ELI assessment that will be sent to you. We will do a debrief, and then we'll do some coaching from there. And if you can't get on my booking calendar, or your resources don't align with what my coaching prices are, I have a coach for you. So please check out the team page. Get familiar with the ladies that have come on board. And anyway, wishing you a fantastic month. I will be back throughout the month, as I do 2 videos a week. We will come back on May 1st for monthly motivation, and hopefully it's way more uplifting and we're in a different and better place. So I hope this helped any of you struggling. I can only hope that. I can't attach an outcome, because not everyone am I going to reach. We're all in different places, and that's okay. It's okay to be where you are. You are exactly where you're supposed to be, believe it or not. You are exactly where you are supposed to be. Trust the process. Okay, this is temporary, folks. Be careful of your choices. This is temporary. You can come out strong and you can rise above. We will regain our footings. We will. I assure you. I assure you. That part, I'm certain of. Everything else, wow, so much uncertainty. So much uncertainty. Just know I do care about each and every one of you. Thank you to my clients. They've been wonderful, and just the connections that we've had. It's been great. It's been great. Lots of reach outs in between our sessions just to keep each other pulling along together. That's the beauty of working with a coach. We all need a coach. We all need a coach. I work with several. In fact, I've worked with every single one of the coaches that joined my team page. They've all coached me, and I've coached all of them. Yeah, I've got your back. Let's pull together. No more negativity, okay? Let's not break one another down. Let's build. We can do this. We can do this. Let's build. All right? Much love. Mwah. Thinking about all of you. All right, I'll see you in a few days here on YouTube, and we will definitely be back on May 1st for monthly motivation. Take care.